And hello, fellow raiders. Welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. We are back with the news of the week. Notably, we had a patch that introduced a bunch of balance changes, and the drama of the week ended up being around this guy, Geomancer. They kind of like threw him in at the last minute, something they should really never do. He wasn't in the patch notes or the preview patch notes they put out, where they said, oh, these are the champions we're going to change. Geomancer was not on the list. They snuck him in and broke him. He was very, very broken for about half a day. He was doing insane damage on his passive, and people were doing billions of damage to the clan boss for a glorious half a day-ish. And then they fixed him, of course. But kind of a lesson in how not to do software, how not to do game development. It's just to toss in a champion at the last minute and with a bunch of changes and hope it works out, because it didn't seem like anybody tested him. As far as the champion balance goes and what they actually put in, the only one that really affected me at all was the Tomb Lord buff. Tomb Lord now has a shorter cooldown on this ability. This ability now has poisons for 2 turns instead of 1 turn, which is, in theory, good, but his strength, or where he's being used, especially for someone like Faction Wars, is Faction Wars for Night Revs will throw your debuffs back at you, and a 1-turn poison falls off right away, so the boss won't toss them back at you. So it made Faction Wars a little more awkward, slightly more tedious, but it didn't seem to have much of an effect overall. Other exciting news, if you probably didn't miss it, but there was a new promo code. You enter gift1, you got a bunch of stuff. That stuff. I accidentally used one of the bags for the arena refills. So one, if you haven't done it yet. Who knows? I heard maybe there's going to be a gift 2 at some point. No, not yet. As far as other things going on, I've finished the event missions. I need to clear 12 secret rooms. So clearing 12 secret rooms and getting Lizardman Stage 21 done are basically the last barriers I have to getting from Mantu. We'll get Gomlock on the way, and I can clear this rotation's Doom Tower. We have the Frost Spider, who's not that hard, and I'm halfway up the tower right now, as we speak. And then they've also announced a dupe system video, excuse me. They're going to tell us about the dupe system soon, which will be great, because, I got a bunch of dupes that I don't really want to hang on to. So if I get to do something with them, great. If not, we'll see. We'll see. And of course, I am doing the fusion. I hate this kind of fusion. Same thing was done for Brogni. It's being done for this one. And of course, today we got the paywall event. The paywall event is now the summon rush, where there's no 2x going on, and usually you're able to skip this one if you do everything else. Not this time. You cannot get the Void Epic unless you get these fragments, or you can win tournaments that she's in. She's in a Champion Chase tournament. Hard to win those, and she's in a Fire Night tournament that's going on right now. I got no chance of winning that one. The only way to get extra frags with this gal is to win this one, and this is probably not going to happen at all. So you are forced to summon during this 10x event, And for our tanks event, we have these champions. We're doing a Block Revivers theme. To be honest, I would not summon for this at all unless it was a fusion. I have Rotos, I have multiple Zavias. Not that interesting. Not that interesting to me. Have. Built in. So I don't really want anything here. Nothing. Not a darn thing. But I need to do the summon event if I want to do the fusion. Or if I want, even if you just want the Void Epic check, you have to do this summoning. So this is a kind of like a really big feels bad moment because most of the summon or most of the fusions, you can end up with an extra copy of a champion. You can opt to get the epic or target an epic or skip the legendary. This is all or nothing. Like, oh, if you want the void epic or if you want the legendary, you must summon. So I'm not happy with it at all. I think these are kind of terrible moves they're making to kind of like pressure their player base to spend money, and it might work in the short term, but I think in the long term, people are just going to burn out and leave the game. So, anyway, that said, I need 3,000 points, but we're going to get 3,500 points because we're there. We might as well pick up the book since we're there. 3,500 points, and we'll pick up the fragments and whatnot. So we're going to do 5 sacreds and 50 agents and see what kind of terribleness we get, just so we can complete the fusion. I stopped short on the last Ancient 2X because I figured something like this would happen, so I'm probably going to skip the Sacred 2X next weekend because the Halloween event is probably going to pull the exact same shenanigans. I can almost guarantee it. I could mystery shard my way up through it. That's very, very painful, so we are not going to do that. Yeah, we're not going to do that. So 50 Ancients, 5 Sacreds. We'll cross all our fingers and hope we don't get dupes of what we already got. Got this first 10. Don't really care, just go. Oh, look, I got Fenix. I already have a Fenix. I don't care. All right, next 10. Luria, I have Luria. I don't care. Like I said, this is an awful 10x for me. Not a darn tootin' thing. And it's 4 of us. 6 is 4, isn't it? Okay. Well, Duke is actually new for me. He has been on my radar as someone like, hey, I'd like to get one of these. Decrease accuracy, increase attack, and decrease defense. That is pretty good on a 3-turn cooldown. But he's good, and he's a defensive-based champion. Right? Yeah, he is. So this is a solid. Oh, and he provokes. 75% chance to place a provoke. And he has to reflect damage, and he gets unkillable. Action crits. Okay. This is a solid epic. I can't complain too much about him. You pull 10 more. So Duke the Pierce is a win so far. And nothing but rares. All right. 5 sacreds. 5 sacreds. Sigh. To emote how miserable I am doing this. Adriel, one of the worst epics in the game. Just don't build her. Don't ever build her. She's food. You probably don't even need to keep 1 copy of her. Grimskin, similar. It's almost a similar story. Probably don't even need to keep a copy, even though I do. That's 2. Here's number 3. Who do we get? Oh, Duprosin. Oh, good. Golden Fusion Jam. But what a joy. Like I said, I'm really unhappy summoning during this 10 act. Urgot the Malformed. Nope, not that good. You know, I'm not even that fussed about the book at this point. I'm just going to stop. We're just going to stop here. Like, this is just a terrible, terrible, terrible event. Got my shards. I mean, it'd be nice to get a book, but I can't be bothered. I'm not even happy to pull another shard to get that. So that's where we're gonna stop. I am on track for the fusion. I've done the bare minimum. I'm not gonna bother with those because why should I pull during this time? Done the bare minimum for the artifact enhancement event. I'll probably finish this out because I have silver and I have gear I want to explore. But aside from Duke, that was 50 ancients and 4 sacreds during an event I would not have pulled for otherwise. So hopefully you can pull something better than what I've pulled. If I had pulled some of the fusion champions, that would have saved me a lot of trouble. I had pulled the legend. If the legendary had been the fusion guy, I would have been very happy because I couldn't have to do this fusion anymore. So anyway, I will stop the video here. Sorry, it's not the happiest video. This is just kind of the cards Raid has dealt us this week. And next week, I think I'll talk about how to kind of parse what content creators are putting out there these days, because you kind of have to read between the lines a little bit. Some of their videos in terms of champions being good or bad and content being well suited or not to certain champions. But hopefully you are doing better on the fusion than I have been, and I wish you luck in your summons. Until next time, see you later.